Hey guys, what's going on? It is a beautiful but windy day here by the lake, but nonetheless a great day to ride. And I stole my girlfriend's motorcycle. Thought I'd make a short video kind of showing it off to you guys, but this is her first motorcycle ever. It's a 2009 Honda Rebel 250. It is the staple of beginner bikes. So we bought it for her for a pretty good price, and thought this would be a great way for her to learn and ultimately go on some rides with me. So let's jump aboard and take a ride. Bike's already been warmed up, which is pretty good because you know, with all carbureted bikes, you kind of have to be patient with them. A little different from my fuel-injected F09, but either way, you know, I'm actually having a good time on this bike. It's kind of fun. This is actually the first like cruiser I've ever been on, so I gotta admit, it's kind of nice to just sit back and cruise, and you know, so this thing is absolutely zero acceleration, so it's actually perfect for a beginner. But the 0 to 60 time is like 12 seconds, but you know, nonetheless, it's an absolute blast to ride. Easy to learn on. You know, Bree's actually taken it out twice, and on the second day, she was already on the road, getting up into fourth gear. You know, going 35, 40 miles an hour. So, you know, pretty easy learning curve. I don't know what else to really say about it, but let's go for a little ride. Honestly, this bike makes me love my F09 that much more, because when I ride this thing and how I'm not going to say slow because it can go highway speeds, but there's zero power to this thing, really. But honestly, once I jump on my F09, I'm like, holy shit, like, it makes me fall in love with the bike all over again. But just because this thing doesn't have power doesn't mean it's a bad bike. You know, like I said, I've been riding bikes for a while, since 2009, and you know, I'm having a blast on this thing. Now, mind you, my bike right now is one of the most hooligan bikes, in my opinion, ever. And that thing is just ridiculously balls to the walls, torquey, wheeling every gear, pulling every gear. You know, nothing can really compare to the F09, in my opinion, at least for, you know, the price of that bike. But that's another story. Like I said, I'm having fun on this bike. This is a great beginner's bike. It's, you know, like I said, I can just sit back on this thing all day and just ride for hours. But you guys have no idea how excited, watch out, bro. You guys have no idea how excited I am to get Bree riding. I mean, I'm so happy, and I'm so happy she learned as quick as she did. Like, I'm impressed with how fast she learned. But I'm ridiculously happy that she can now go on rides. Well, I mean, she'll have to learn a little more, have a little more practice, but I'm ridiculously happy that she'll be able to go on rides with me, you know, out in the back roads. Or we have Highway 55 in the Menominee Reservation. That is one of my favorite roads here in Wisconsin. So, you know, we've been dating for, I don't know, 4 years and 3 months, thereabouts. And, you know, we get along absolutely great. We live together. But I think this will actually strengthen our relationship even more now that we can actually go riding together. I mean, that's something I always, you know, wanted her to do, is kind of get into the lifestyle of riding, because you know, it's fun. And actually, she was very anti two wheels at first until we did get her moped, and then she realized how much fun it was just to kind of be out in the open. and so much that, I wanted this to be her decision, and we saw the bike. I test drove it. Then after we test drove it, we went to the DMV. She took her temps test, got her temps, and I told her, I'm like, just sleep on it. If you really want to do this, then let's do it. If you have any doubt in your mind that you don't want a bike and you don't want to learn how to ride a bike or a motorcycle, then let's hold off. And she, I woke up, went to work. She was still sleeping, and I got a text from her later in the day when she woke up. She's like, "Let's do it. Let's get the bike." So here we are. So trying to sell the moped right now. I actually have a couple people that are interested in it, but I got too many toys right now. I got 2 cars, 2 motorcycles, and a moped. Not to mention all my other toys that I have back home. So gotta consolidate. Truth be told, as much as I love my FZ09, sometimes all that power can kind of get a little fatiguing, if you guys know what I mean. But this is just fun to sit back. I can twist the throttle all day, and I'm really not going to change speeds. I'm just going to cruise along the road and just enjoy the day. So I might be sneaking out this bike a little more often. So let's see, on Friday we took about an hour and just kind of went up and down the road, basically having her power walk the bike. She was completely new to how a manual transmission worked, and completely new to the clutch and whatnot. And so we just learned how to power walk the bike and get in that friction zone. And we just did that, like I said, for about an hour. And then we went up to Door County for the weekend and made my last video you guys hopefully saw on our parents' boat. And then when we came back on Sunday, took about 2 hours, went to the local high school in a big empty parking lot, and power walked for, about half an hour until she got comfortable with it. Starting to get up to speed in first gear with the clutch all the way out, and then we got to shifting. And then once we got to shifting, it was actually pretty easy from there, because shifting up into second, third, and fourth, and even fifth is the exact same motion as shifting up into second. So, like I said, pretty easy learning curve for her. And she's sick right now, but on her next day off, I'm hoping we can go for a short little ride. So let's do a short little review on this guy, shall we? Where do I start? Like I said, absolutely amazing beginner bike. From someone that's been riding for about 6-7 years, and I know there's so many people that have way more experience on the road than I do on 2 wheels. But I am very impressed with this bike. Besides being carbureted, which is kind of a pain, it's not that bad. I mean, you gotta just be patient. But the shifting is, in my opinion, pretty smooth. The friction zone on the clutch, and I could probably just do an adjustment to change this, but it seems like it's pretty far out on the clutch. Like, it takes a while to grab, at least compared to my Yamaha. But then again, we're comparing a beginner cruiser to a sport bike. So, but here, see, it now wants to grab barely. But shifting is pretty easy. Thing has got hardly any power. I mean, it's got power. Like I said, it can go on the highway. And I'll actually probably do that and kind of show you guys what it's capable of. and our interstate's 70 mile per hour limit, so we'll get it up there. May take a month to do it, but we'll do it. It's got a little bit of vibration, but not anything unbearable. I mean, it's got a lot more vibration than what my Yamaha does. My Yamaha is like riding a cloud, but honestly, it's nominal. It's not something that's gonna, I don't think it's something that should make it or break it if you're thinking about getting this as like your first bike. It's pretty damn comfortable. I mean, I could probably sit like this for a while and cruise at the same speed. I mean, it's like no effort. The handling is pretty easy. The input you put on the handlebars actually can flick the bike around pretty quick. But like I said, this is like the staple of beginner motorcycles. Manageable power, fun to drive, and like I said, I'll probably be stealing this bike for a little bit every now and then to take around town. Throttle's pinned. Get it. Oh, we're at 55. There we go. Now we're at 60. And 65. Almost there. I gotta remember this thing's a 5-speed. We're almost at 70. And I got full throttle. There we go. Now we're at the speed limit. But this thing is pretty light. That the wind having me shake the bars, and actually it's not the most stable at interstate speeds. But this bike's not really designed to go on the interstate. So let's just clear that up. But I got the throttle on all the way, and we're just peaking over 70. So definitely back road worthy, but not exactly interstate worthy. Wasn't that bad as far as getting wind blasted. I was actually quite comfortable. It's kind of funny when I go ride this thing around and I see Harley guys. It's interesting because on my Yamaha I never get waves from Harleys or other cruisers, but I always get waves from other sport bikes. Whereas this thing is the opposite. I never get a wave from a sport bike rider, but I'll always get waves from Harleys. So it's kind of funny. But man, I don't know what else I can really say about the bike. It's a great beginner bike. I mean, I'm not going to rave about the performance because it's not meant for performance. It's meant to go around and have fun, and if you're new to riding, learn. And if you're not new to riding, this is actually just kind of a great way to putz around town for a little bit. 59, 60 miles a gallon, I think. And I think like a 3 or 4 gallon tank. I can't remember really the specs about it, but suspension is pretty soft, but cushions the bumps well. Like I said, it's a cruiser, not a sport bike, so you can't really review it as such. But sorry this wasn't much of a review, it's more of a show and tell kind of thing. But hope you guys enjoyed a little bit, and stay tuned for more stuff. I got purple hair, all 3 of them. Well, yeah, I just got distracted from those girls with all the purple hair. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more to come. And peace. Thought I'd do a little bonus section here for you. This is always the fun part, going from a 250cc to an 847. Oh man. Fuck. Yeah, that was awesome. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and tune in for more. We got EAA week coming up here, which is really big here in Oshkosh. It's the Experimental Aircraft Association, so a bunch of airplane junkies all come here and from all parts of the earth, and not a single one knows how to drive through a roundabout, so that should be fun. So anyway, stay tuned. Hope to see you guys around. Thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace out. Oh, now you decide you want to fucking get over. Figure your shit out.